Meantime, President Biden last night delivering an Oval Office address, primetime speech, leaving more questions than answers, still not really saying why he's dropping out. Instead, went on to tout what he says are his accomplishments.
Biden said it's time for younger voices, but that came after weeks of him saying he was not going to drop out of the race. Our chief White House correspondent, James Rosen, joins us now live in our D.C. newsroom with more. James, good morning.
Emma and Sean, good morning once again to you. Building on the reporting of my colleague Leo Feldman in Texas, the Harris for President campaign has been having its own videographers and sound technicians attending her earliest campaign rallies, collecting footage for use in just the kind of Politico video product and messaging that the campaign rolled out at 7 Eastern this morning. The Harris for President launch video adheres to all the post-MTV conventions of political advertising, with few images lasting more than 2 or 3 seconds, dynamic editing, and the usual techniques for vilifying the opposing ticket. Note the brief appearance here of Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance. Also notable, the video's framing of the contest as a choice, not a referendum on the Biden-Harris administration.
When we fight, there are some people who think we should be a country of chaos, of fear, of hate. But us, we choose something different. We choose freedom. The freedom not just to get by, but get ahead. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom to make decisions about your own body.
And yes, Beyonce approved the use of her music in that video. Now, a few hours before President Biden's primetime address from the Oval Office last night, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre refused to say whether her boss withdrew from the 2024 contest because he had reached the conclusion that he couldn't defeat former President Trump. But Jean-Pierre was willing to rule out one reason, in fact, the very reason that most Americans and most Democrats believe to have been the true reason.
It does not have to do, they have nothing to do with his health. Again, the president's going to speak to this directly to the American people tonight in prime time. I know many of you all will be watching it. There are specials going on tonight. He will, I promise you, he will speak to this directly to all of you tonight.
In fact, Mr. Biden spoke not at all about his health, nor did he explain exactly why he took the historic decision of last Sunday. Instead, Americans tuned in to see a somber, heartfelt, sometimes shaky performance, an experience akin to watching Muhammad Ali's final displays in the ring, the sad denouement to one of America's longest and most storied political careers, a reminder of why the party forced the 81-year-old incumbent to step aside.
In recent weeks, it's become clear to me that I need to unite my party in this critical endeavor. I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy. That includes personal ambition. So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
Later today, President Biden meets with Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House, an invitation Mr. Biden had previously withheld from the Israeli president. Vice President Harris will also meet with Netanyahu separately a couple of hours later. And as my colleague Leo Feldman was just reporting at this hour, the vice president is in Houston, Texas, addressing the annual convention of the American Federation of Teachers. Sean and Emma.
We are there live. Chief White House correspondent James Rosen joining us live from D.C.